Oh, I forgot to. Oopsie. Should be working. Yeah, it is. Okay. I didn't know what to say. Oh, it's been a while. Let's just run it, see where we are at. It's like build run. I do remember. Frame rates dropped quite a bit. Okay, I think the first thing you want to look at is this weird line on the top. And then we look at the FPS after. It'd be nice to be able to see, yeah, building a debugger after all. See what's actually going on. What if, excuse me, I printed like a miniature version of the previous frame? That's the chair. No worries. Okay, before I do that, I have seen that before. The line on top. Alright, I'm not sure exactly what's wrong. I want to check if I am setting all the values correct. Green buffer, the window. Don't really use this. Wonder why I put this here in the first place. It was to be used. Can't remember now. Look at render. I wonder if the dimensions are correct. Height first, and then, yeah, it does seem right. What does it do to the previous memory? I can just D in it. That. Previous mem equals. How does it know that? Global off screen. Dot memory. D in it. I don't know if that's even possible. I know that might reset the whole thing. Cater dot free. I mean, you really don't need to do that. Yeah, I'm not gonna do it. Let me see if it makes a difference. I guess I wouldn't be able to see it in the output anyways. You know what? I need to free this. Ugh. I don't know what to do with this line on top. So the start is not right. So let me look at render. Display, pixmap, pixmap GC, image. Have a look at X11. It's width and then height. Source X, source Y, destination X. Yep, it's all 0. Image. B32. Yep. Most second. Hang on. Display pixmap, pixmap GC. Create image. Visual is null. What was visual again? I mean, it was always null, so leave it out. Depth, format, cpixmap. What are the other formats? If I change it to that, just segmentation fault. Weird. Okay, I'll leave the zpixmap. What's after pixmap? Format, offset. Offset is 0. Specifies the number of pixels to ignore at the beginning of the scan line. And just data. So it's a slice of U8. It should be fine, really. Think of it. And what was the last thing? Bytes per line. Yep, seems fine. Yes, I'm not sure what's happening here. I did have that problem once, a long time ago. But I don't know how I fixed it. See if anyone else has had this problem. Empty bar of. Yeah, but this couldn't be in user space. Let me check the pix map. Create pix map window with height. Check. Create pix map. So it's width, height, and depth. Display draw. Is window the drawable? Get window. Create simple window. How do I display functions, window functions? Oh, hang on. Okay, his screen the pix map is created on. Looks a bit sus. Depth and the GC is display pix map. Standard format. So you draw the picture onto the fixed map, updated format, value mask attributes, updated window attributes. I'm not sure about the second one. I know that you can't find, well, not you can't. The window attributes for the destination picture. Let me check that. So I need it for fixed map. Does it create fixed map or? Render. Render composite. Oh, because it's not defined in X11. It's an X render. Yep, I think this is the one. Oh no, not this one. I think I did save it somewhere. Yeah, this one. I need to check the source picture, destination pic. Hang on. X render. Okay, it's part of X render. Makes sense. Don't need these. I'll leave that open. So we need destination, source, and mask. Mask is just null. Mhm. Create picture. Old type. Which pic format did I use? I think it was something 32. Oh no, sorry. That's the wrong thing. The direct format. Maybe. I don't even remember at this point. Server must support a direct pic format with 8 bits of red. That one, and then one without alpha. Compositing operators, CA times FA plus CB times FB. I can look at this later, but right now, something is amiss. Expand the picture format. What is the format that I used? Is this yeah, this is the source. So that's the buffer. So that makes sense. And the destination is yeah, it looks fine, to be honest. Makes sense. Because this is the bitmap buffer, like what to expect. So it is 32-bit value with alpha. And then this is the destination, which is the window. This can just be source format. This is window attributes. Destination format. I do think the problem is, well, maybe I'm just guessing at this point. Somehow the buffer is not starting at the window step position. Let me look at create image. The depth of the image. Why did I put it as 32? Major opcode of failed request 72, serial number of failed request. Offset. Specifies the number of pixels to ignore. What if you said can it be a negative? Yeah, I don't think you need to ignore anything. Bitmap pad specifies the quantum of a scan line. In other words, the start of one scan line is separated in client memory from the start to the next scan line by an integer multiple of this many bits. Let's say it's 0. What if you try 8? 16. Now I get this line here. Interesting. Say it's 8 and try the same. Seems to work a lot better when that's 8. Doesn't make any sense. What does that even do? Specifies the quantum of a scan line. The start of one scan line. What is a scan line? Bitmap is represented in scan line order. An image represented in scan line order contains scan lines ordered by increasing y coordinate. I'm not sure I understand. Each scan line right, so okay, so I was sort of right. It's just one line rendered on the display. So it should really be by an integer multiple of this many bits. It is 32. Then why does to be fair, they all work, right? Because they're each how it works better. What did I call it? Mhm. The last line specifies the number of bytes in a client image between the start of one scan line and the start of the next. Let's try U8. Okay, so that makes sense. Because that's how many bytes are there in a single line. You need to cast this. Yep. Come on, why is there... Oh, there we go. The banners are back. Okay. How can we figure this out? What are the options? Okay, I have an idea. It's not gonna be easy, but was there an example? Surrender. JavaScript. But there is a Node.js. I think port something. Rendering extension. Yeah, I've read this like 5 times. I did find an example, but put image display pixmap default GC. I do use the default GC. It's not the pixmap GC. Okay, this looks interesting. X image, that is the created image. 0 for everything else. The buffer width, buffer height. Yep, I think that looks correct, except the GC. Source picture is display, pixmap, pick format 0, pick attributes. Now they both use the same attributes, which is weird. Interesting. I mean, this would mean that I don't need to create, what's it called? I can use the same memory and then just scale it. Render picture, transform the source picture. X render composite. Interesting. That would make, what's it called? The FPS stable. I will save this for later. Render. Scaling without changing memory. This is weird because I thought for the destination you had to use. Let me try that. That pixmap. Valid parameter attributes. I need this. About X11. How to subpixel render glyphs. I'd like to see how they do the last image. In the root window. Window width, height, and depth. So depth is 32. Why is the width and height 1? So attributes dot repeat is 1. What about format? Yep, that makes sense. Extra define standard format. No, seems to be the same method. Aha, there we go. Yes. It's just RGB. Although makes no difference. But it does make it a bit simpler though. Find standard format. Change that back. Don't need that. Don't need that. Yet the bottom top is still there. Create window, default. Okay. Let me check all my methods. Create. Oh, I just use the default window. What is input output? Create simple window. Screen is the default screen. And the picture format. And create picture. Yep. Create window. I just ignore that for now. X render create picture. Create picture. That's the format. And what is picture attribute? Create alpha map. Do I need to set that? Don't need that. What's that? Yeah, don't. Create picture. This request creates a picture object associated with the specified drawable. Assigns the identifier PID to it. Pixel data in the image are interpreted according to format. It's a match error to specify a format with a different depth than the drawable. That's why I got the error here. If I make this a RGB, should get a match error. Yeah, because X11 doesn't support 32-bit, or like the alpha value as well. Right. If the drawable is a window, then the red, green, blue mask must match those in the visual for the window. Right. Set the value mask at 0. What is the value mask? The value mask and value list specify attributes of the picture that had to be explicitly initialized. The possible values are repeat, alpha map, alpha x origin, y xy, clip mask, graphic exposure. Let me have a look at the example. Now, is this the source or the destination picture? Xrender composite string 8. Source and then destination. So that is the destination. Yeah, let's try it. He's rendering clips as well, so might as well. Okay, Xrender didn't like that. Let's try it here. Didn't like that either. I'm just trying random attributes at this point. Picture attribute. Are there other examples? Oh, I don't know what I downloaded. Thought it was a C. Oh, it's not a C file. My bad. What is ODP? Create simple window. Display root window black and black. Xrender is wild. I don't know what's wrong. The weird thing is it's got like some gaps and I can see the blue pixel behind it. An idea. Where's my render? EJ. What could it be? Let's look at the render again. I mean, I've looked at it like 20 times at this point. We'll look at composite. What is the difference between render composite text32 and render composite? Source destination mask format. Cliff ELT32. No idea what they are. These are the simplest graphics functions upon which the other functions are conceptually built. What is the op that I used? Let's just try few different ones, see what happens. Okay. What was the last one? Up over. Let's try that. Okay, just goes black. What about this one? It's also black. How about reverse? Guessing this won't be black. Also black. Just like the first one. There was an explanation as for like what these were. I do have it somewhere. Oh, it was 20. Yeah, here. I know, but this was the operation, the in between the two. Let's try that. Oops, not this one. XOR. Also another. What about add? Huh. Ah, because the alpha doesn't get blended probably. That's why it only affects the text, because these elements don't have an alpha value. Interesting. What happens if I do saturate? Okay. Maximum. So it's like the max value of the two. Okay, I'm not getting anywhere with this. Um, mm, mm, mm. Alright, let me try one more. Try this one. Join source. Interesting. Wonder why it affects this top bar. I forgot what the original one was. I can check here. It here? Or was it here? I mean, I can just check. Opera source. Just yeah, it was this one. I think. Yeah. But I did realize something. So here, if you notice, it'll change to red a bit. So that means one of the pictures is right. The one that goes on top, I'm guessing. So it's the source picture. I think I'll figure it out. I did fix it once before, but I don't know how. Could ask my good friend Cloud. Let's see, file, open folder. What is it? Where's the debug project? Okay. In my X11 window, there is a strange rendered top of the screen. The rest is rendered fine. What is causing this? Potential problem. No, it's just that's not it. The FPS is rendered the right place. It seems like it's start of the buffer does not match what X11 expects in rendering. Okay, it's found another problem. What? Could it be right? In that case, what if I just added an offset? Render. Because you can suggest when I mean it has got a point. Okay, I mean at least got a hint. Is there a way I can test this? Okay, I'm not sure. I'll leave it to do here. Drive. Test if flattening the... Hang on. I could actually check. Haven't render. Okay. I think that using X image could answer. But pixel. Why does it need an application? Well, the link looks weird. Pixel is faster than draw point. Manipulate the pixels directly. Oh, it opens FTP. I don't know. X11 manipulate pixels. Play. Maybe there's an example. No window, how it's far too slow. Oh, okay, it's the same one. Close that. Don't need that. Oh no. So that means there is a better way. Is that a bitmap? Right, bitmap file. No. Put pixel, put image. Okay. I think this seems flattening the memory. To A1 day array. Oops. Other ways to render to window. Yeah, because I think I've been using put image since the beginning. I think it's worthwhile to see if there are faster ways to do it. It is quite slow at the moment, especially as the size of the window gets bigger. Alright, I think that's what I'll do tomorrow. Not a lot of progress. Like this, just in case. And get rid of that. Okay. Alright, I think I'm gonna call it today though. Kind of enjoying this. Going laterally to where I need to be more to a planned going in the beginning. See where it goes. I do think there's a better way to render onto X11 than what I'm doing right now. We'll try and find that tomorrow. Alright, as always, hope you have a good day, and thank you for hanging out.